Hello everyone, I'm Krasi Attasio, I'm sidereal astrologer, and today I will talk about very interesting, I think, topic, which is about success, how to see in a chart whether somebody will be successful or not. Actually, there are rules that to be followed to determine this. I will give you just simple steps and basic principles which I know from the rules of the ancient astrology. First, of course, the most important thing is the position of the sun. The sun is the main significator of rank and position in society and in career. But before seeing how the sun is placed, we need to determine whether the native is born during the day or during the night. So if the sun is above the horizon, the person is born in the day. This is just as simple as that. And if the sun is beyond, under the horizon, the person is born in the night. So you follow up how the sun is placed. Of course, there are many different perceptions of success, and success depends on what the person desires, what the person is seeking in this incarnation. I will talk very simply about the simple and basic material success. Of course, there is spiritual success, there is a level of consciousness, but this is a subject of another conversation, and partially I covered this in another video which was related to psychic abilities and intuition. There I was talking also about the desires of the soul, whether the person would be searching for spiritual awareness in this lifetime. So now we're talking basically only about the material success related to career, achievement in society. So the achievement and the rank are marked by the sun, the position of the sun. Especially important the sun is when the native is born during the day. If the native is born during the night, you may look also at the position of the moon. In any case, both luminaries are important. So if the person is born in the day and the sun is in the 10th house, which is the career house, the house which is associated to the plans of the person, or because in case that the midheaven, which is the highest place in the horoscope, is passing through the 11th and the 9th houses, you may still, and the sun is there, you may say still consider this sun placed on a very successful position. So you first look at the angular houses. Which are the angular houses? Ascendant, descendant, midheaven, imum celi. Well, the imum celi will not signify success. If the sun is on the imum celi, the lower meridian, then we may talk about longevity and other important things in life which the person emphasizes on, like family, but certainly success. You search if the sun is on the ascendant, descendant, midheaven, whether midheaven is on the 9th, 10th and 11th houses, you search for the position of the sun there. There is a possibility also the sun to be related to success also if it is placed in the houses called succedent. So these are the next houses, the houses which in the future will become angular. So especially for success, you may look also in case that the sun, the midheaven passes through the 10th house, the 11th house can also signify success. If also the midheaven passes through the 9th house, the 10th house will also signify success. If the midheaven passes through the 11th house, in this case the 12th house may also signify success. The moon is important here because the moon creates the events. The moon is fast. The path of the moon is such that when the moon walks its path, meets different divinities, planets, stars, and all this means manifests in events for us. So if the moon is harmonious for this horoscope, so if the person is born in the day and the moon is waxing, this is diurnal moon, and this moon is very harmonious and will signify positive and fast um, manifested events in the life of the person. If the person is born in the day and the moon is waning, this is a night moon, nocturnal moon, which is not very harmonious for this particular horoscope, and we may not really, and the success may not be as promising as it will be if we have the diurnal horoscope, sun in the 10th house, and waxing moon. So these are some very significant rules. First, you look at whether the person is born in the day or in the night, then look where is the sun, and then look, of course, where is the moon, and whether the moon is waxing is better for the diurnal horoscope, and the waning moon will be more in harmony with the nocturnal horoscope. Then, of course, you can see the level of ambition, how ambitious one will be on the position of Mars. And here we go to something very important. And these are the fixed stars, which denote success. The 4 royal stars that I talk, when you look on the other videos, royal stars, and then I talk about the 4 royal stars, which are Aldebaran, directly related to money and success and wealth and good luck. Then you have Antares, related to the leadership qualities of the person, to the warrior. This is a star also very important and determines success. Then you have Regulus, the 3rd royal star in the heart of Leo, which is a star which denotes success. And then you have Fomalhaut, which denotes success, but most in the spiritual deeds of the person, because it is a star of the spiritual priest or priestess. So the position of the royal stars is very important. Also, there are stars which denote money and growth, and these stars will be the stars in Taurus, Capella, and this in the last degrees of on the 27 degrees of sidereal Taurus, Aunilam in the 29 degree of sidereal Taurus, Rigel, 22nd degree sidereal Taurus. So these stars of money and success, certainly when placed on ascendant, descendant, mid-heaven, conjunct with sun, conjunct the moon, this is a sign of success. And here I will give you an example with the horoscope of Donald Trump, and I will share my screen to show you the horoscope. Don't worry if the chart looks a bit complex. I will point at the important features of this horoscope so that you can see a typical horoscope of a very successful person, typical by the book. So in a second, I'm sharing. You see now the horoscope of Donald Trump. Look what is happening on his midheaven. I'm pointing, look, midheaven is this line here in the 15 degrees of Taurus. Actually, this is the 12th degree of Taurus, only 3 degrees away from Aldebaran, the royal star of money and success. Look, this is the horizon here, and the sun is above the horizon, so he is born in the day. The moon is in exact opposition, showing that he is born on a full moon. The full moon is a sign of wealth, money, but also the full moon is a sign of sudden drops and ups and downs and ups in terms of money, success, and career. And actually, this is what we can follow up in his life, because he had 2 or 3 major bankruptcies. So yes, the full moon denotes power and success, but the full moon also can mean bankruptcies. And this is the case with him. So he is having here the main axis of success we call this the axis of money, and this is the axis of Taurus and Scorpio. And then look also where is Rahu. Rahu in place of career is making the person one who seeks success, one who is very ambitious in terms of achieving his goal and success. And then you have here Mercury. Mercury is in a heliacal phase, very, very active, very visible. And in my previous video about Mercury, I was explaining that only very few people, like 7% of the people for the northern hemisphere especially, have Mercury visible. This Mercury is in the 11th house, is associated with money, because the 11th house is directly related to money, to the plans of the person. So Mercury, heliacal phase, in own sign, see, in Gemini, is directly related to money, as Mercury rules also his second house, see, Virgo. And then, of course, on the ascendant, Mars is conjoined a royal star, Regulus. And look again at my videos for the royal stars. I think they're very, very interesting. The royal stars are very important. So look, you have Mars in Regulus. This person is very, very ambitious, too ambitious, because this is the heart of Leo. So his heart may be afflicted in terms of his emotional, in terms of the way he expresses his emotions. He can be too Martian. He can become too arrogant as well. But also, Mars is enhancing the Martian qualities of the star, because Regulus is a star who has Mars and Jupiter qualities. So this is something also very interesting. So you see also axis of power. This is the axis of royal stars, Leo and Aquarius. So a very, very powerful horoscope. Jupiter in the second house is another sign of wealth. But since we talk about success, here you have royal star on midheaven, Sun conjoined star of money, but also Sun placed in an angular position on the 10th house. Typical example by the book of a horoscope of someone who is like who has been successful all his life, with ups and downs because of the full moon. So these were the general most important steps for determining one's success in the horoscope. Don't forget to start with the knowledge to determine if the person is born during the day or during the night. See if the moon is harmonious with these horoscopes. So, because if he is born in the day, but the moon is waning, he may not reach exactly the success he desires for. He will still have some limits. And so these are very basic principles. Also, seek for important royal stars and fixed stars of wealth. And the most important I listed. With this, I'm completing this video. Thank you. Well, you're welcome to write your comments.